This is Optimal Startup Daily, episode 789. 3 Things All Leaders Must Do Before the New Year by Alexis Chapman with SmartTribesInstitute.com. And I'm Dan. I am your host and narrator here, and I'm with you every single day. And I'm going to keep this intro nice and short to start the week, so let's get right to it and optimize your life. 3 Things All Leaders Must Do Before the New Year by Alexis Chapman with SmartTribesInstitute.com. Are you ready to make this year your best year yet? Do you have a solid plan for this year? Learn the 3 things to make this year your best year ever. Move the needle, increase accountability, and delegate effectively. What will move the needle? A partner at an investment banking firm in the Midwest came to us with the following challenge. His firm was struggling with low accountability and poor communication. As a result, sales performance was crashing into the abyss. It was time to turn this situation around, and pronto. By setting corporate and departmental needle movers for quarterly and annually, utilizing accountability structures, and delegating effectively, his firm got sales solidly back on track. Implementing these systems led to their largest pipeline in history and created more proactive sales activity across the firm. His team even recovered 20% of sales he'd feared were lost to competitors. Are you facing similar challenges in your business? I find many of my executive coaching clients struggle to attain the necessary focus to raise their companies to the next level. The catalyst is identifying needle movers, business and personal benchmarks that will make a tangible, measurable, specific, positive change. Needle movers have levels where goals are binary. You achieve them and feel great, or you don't and feel lousy. What 3 accomplishments will move the needle this year? Perhaps to move your business forward, you need to generate more sales leads, close more key sales opportunities, increase employee engagement, or increase accountability within your team. Now focus on the specific results you want and set a target, minimum, and mind blower for each needle mover. A target is what you want, a minimum is what you're willing to accept, and a mind blower is what would absolutely rock your world. Remember to distill your needle movers to only 3 because each of these accomplishments will have numerous subtasks beneath them. Once you determine your needle movers for the year, break those down to needle movers for the quarter and needle movers for the month. Now only do what will drive your needle movers. This means bright, shiny objects have to go bye-bye. Create and follow a plan to generate momentum weekly, monthly, quarterly, and annually. It's all about determining the key results that you want to achieve, listing all the actions that must take place to achieve that result, and assigning ownership and resources to each needle mover. Find an accountability partner to help keep you on track. Accountability partner. An accountability partner is a friend or colleague that you'll call weekly at a set time to report the status of the goals you set during the previous call. You'll discuss any challenges you're having and seek your partner's input, and you'll commit to additional goals to be achieved by your next call. Similarly, you'll check to see whether your accountability partner has honored their commitments made during your last conversation. If not, the 2 of you can brainstorm as to how to achieve these goals by your next call. Having accountability partners is a terrific way to forge deeper bonds between peers in an organization. Keep it simple. Schedule your accountability check-ins for an entire month in advance. I talk with my accountability partner every Friday. We split the time evenly between us on each call, 15 to 20 minutes each, plus 5 minutes for random stuff. We follow up as needed between calls via email. It's fun. You build a strong bond with your partner and you help one another succeed. Here's a helpful weekly status template to send to your accountability partner before each call. Completed this week, not completed and why, concerns to discuss, weekly win, what I will complete next week, monthly needle mover status, and annual needle mover status. Effective delegation. There is effective delegation and there is rubber band delegation, when we delegate something and it snaps back to us. Here's a 5-step process that my executive coaching clients find helps them to end rubber band delegation and increase ownership and accountability. The result? Less burnout, better results, and more energy. 1. What are the capabilities, skills required for a given project or task? 2. Check on a person's capacity. Do they have the time? And capability. Do they have the ability and skills to do the task? Match the person with the project. They are now called the owner. 3. Explain the project or task you want the owner to do and check in to make sure clear communication has occurred. Say, I would like to increase the clarity of my communication, so could you please echo back to me what you understood so I may ensure I communicated clearly? Let the owner echo back what they heard, clarifying gaps and adding whatever may have been missed, paying careful attention to the specifics of what the deliverable is, exact due dates and times. 4. Now ask how the owner would like to ensure they get results. What is their plan? Use the outcome frame to help them form a success plan. And 5. Have the owner track the delegated task. Ensure you have a structure in place so communication is honest when a project or task needs to be rescheduled or deadline renegotiated. Most of our executive coaching clients find dividing a complex project into a series of smaller projects increases visibility and ensures that weekly deadlines keep momentum. Why delegation fails? Often delegation fails simply because we didn't follow the previously mentioned processes. Here are some additional questions to consider. Are we building and/or increasing capabilities in our people so they can take on more projects? You'll want to include the specifics in the person's individual development plan. And do we need to create more safety, belonging, and mattering in our culture so it's okay to be an owner? There you go. The 3 things you as a leader must do right now to ensure that this year is your best year ever. You just listened to the post titled 3 Things All Leaders Must Do Before the New Year by Alexis Chapman with SmartTribesInstitute.com. And thank you to Alexis, who is a frequent writer on Smart Tribes Institute, and thanks to Christine, who is the founder of Smart Tribes Institute. She's a leadership and culture coach, serial entrepreneur, and the New York Times bestselling author of 3 books, Power Your Tribe, Smart Tribes, and Rules for Renegades. For over 30 years, she's helped leaders navigate growth and change by specializing in applied neuroscience, which helps our clients achieve tremendous results in record time. As an entrepreneur, she built and sold 5 companies with an average ROI of 700%, and she was a software engineer in the early days of Microsoft and Apple. So come by SmartTribesInstitute.com to learn a lot more and to check out their resources, and I do have that linked in this episode's description and at oldpodcast.com. But that's it for another edition of Optimal Startup Daily. I thank you so much for listening and for clicking follow or subscribe in the podcast app of your choice. And I hope you will join me again tomorrow where your optimal life awaits.